That nigga, that nigga was. No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say
What's happening? What it do? We back, y'all. We back. Football season about to start. So got the other two co-hosts on. Give they take. Y'all want to say hello back to our family and friends? Been a minute.
What's up, everybody, man? We back. We back to do this thing. New football year for my Cowboys. Big things happening, baby. Big things.
Yeah. Big things. We back another season. Talk about my Houston Deshaun Watsons and my Rockets. Let's get it cracking.
All right, well, I guess, Dre, you can go on and let us know about your Houston Deshaun Watsons. You know how y'all.
Yeah. We look like we might take a season
off. Put that
off.
goddamn Cracker Jack ring up, man. Just quit putting it out. You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much.
I gotta admit good job, man, on my ring. Baby. You did a good job. But yeah, man, what's the question?
So what you thinking about this upcoming season? Where you think y'all stand, or y'all gonna be able to compete? Is Deshaun Watson playing? Is he participating?
We setting out the whole season. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't competing. We ain't gonna do nothing. We gonna get paid to be at home, while all this iron out, and next year look like we might be a Philadelphia Eagle.
First of all, I'm gonna come back to this week. Now you're French all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? But so the team sent him home?
Nah, he still show up every day. He just stays in the weight room, in the training room. He attends meetings. He helps out the other quarterbacks on the playbook. He'll dissect defenses and things of that nature. But he's not gonna suit up and play. He's just gonna get, he's not gonna. He don't want to play with the team. Team don't want to take that PR hit, and they already pretty much promised Taylor the starting position. So, I don't blame Deshaun.
They promised Taylor the starting position.
Yeah, that was part of the negotiation for him to sign here. He the starter. It won't look good with him if Deshaun just instantly come back and take his, especially off what he dealt with San Diego last year. It's going to be hard for the coach to, band-aid that situation. It's a difficult situation, especially right now in training camp. He's going in as the number one quarterback. He's trying to unite the team and all that. And, outside of that, I don't know what's going on with the Texans. I ain't paying attention to him. I'm not going to pay attention to him. Sean Watson don't wear a jersey for him. I ain't watching him. I'm just going to enjoy NFL football.
Yeah, that's kind of wild, Campo.
Now, I told y'all how I felt. And you gave me some good points, but I have to say this. None of us on this panel or within our family has ever dealt with an expansion team except me. You know what I'm saying? So with an expansion team, we went through the process of building, went through the road patches, the rough patches and the ups and downs. We waited for this moment. We got to the playoffs, made a little noise here and there with Kubiak and all that. And we finally got that player, that once in a generational player for our franchise. He starts with the franchise, get drafted, starts, exceeding and progresses to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And for it all to go crumbling down from management, ownership, and some of the decisions they making, I can't ride with that, man. So where Deshaun go, I go.
So what I'm gonna say to you is that first of all, pretty much every team started off as an expansion team.
But not in your lifetime. You was born as a 49er fan.
Right.
DeRon was born as a Cowboy / Oilers fan. Not in y'all lifetime had y'all got to go through what we had as Texans fans had to go through from the started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Brand new.
I understand that. But that's what being a fan is. You know what I'm saying? It's sticking with your team, riding with your team through the good and the bad and the ugly. Like that's what it is. I mean, I know you don't think that DeRon enjoyed the last 25 years because it haven't been pretty. You know, you think I enjoyed my team firing Jim Harbaugh after he brought us back to winning and relevance? You know what I'm saying? After being in the wilderness with the Cowboys all them years? No. And I had my ownership in my front office, made a bunch of bad decisions, did a bunch of dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? But bro, loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Commitment. Like you picked if you with this, hold up, let me finish. If you with this team since inception, you know what I'm saying? This is you can almost say this is one of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Through all the bad acting and not listening and doing a bunch of crazy stuff, you know, you don't just turn your back on your child, you know, because they do something that you think is gross negligence. You got to ride out with them. You got to. Like we can't. Nobody on this panel can look at you the same. If at 40 years old you jump ship on your team.
Campo, your organization, when you fell in love with them in the 80s, they had Joe Montana, Rice, Steve Walsh, and they was winning these. DeRon, he was born in the heydays of the Cowboys, but throughout their years in the 90s, they was winning these. You know what I'm saying? After that, the last 25 years, as y'all teams have been Super Bowl-less, y'all have these memories that y'all can hold on to. Y'all have the good old days. We don't have that.
You have Deshaun Watson's years. Those are your good old days.
Yes, and then before the man reaches his primes, it's going to be ripped from us. After all we waited for, you know what I'm saying? We went through the Oilers. See, y'all, you don't understand. Well, DeRon understand a little bit. He was an Oilers fan, so you know the Oilers years, the Buffalo Bills, the comeback, and the team getting stripped from us and moved to Tennessee, and 2 years later they go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And lost on the 1 yard line, and Steve Air McNair, you know, all that. We have to sit back and watch that. You know what I'm saying? And finally, after 30-some years, we get a black quarterback. Not just a quarterback for the franchise, a black quarterback. You know what I'm saying? After Warren Moon and Steve Air McNair, now we get Deshaun Watson. And because of an Easter Bunny that they wanted, did y'all see in the Cowboys game that boy was on the sideline talking to the offensive coordinator? Everybody in Houston was dissecting that. Why in the world is this man not only, we already mad at training camp on practices, but now he in the game next to the offensive coordinator while he's calling plays all in his ear? I agree with Andre Johnson. It's a problem. And when Andre, the greatest player in franchise history, don't want nothing to do with the organization no more because of the direction is going, and after everything happened in the offseason by people quitting, retiring early, stepping down, getting fired, people that's been there since day one, loyal employees are leaving. I can't stand by and watch this, man. I'm not going to sit back and watch this. That's like us talking to a Trump supporter after this Trump supporter seen Trump do all this idiotic decision making, and he just want to continue to ride with him. We're going to look at him crazy. They gonna stick with Trump. They gonna be Trump supporters and all that. Even though this man has done idiotic move after idiotic move, we question that. So it's the same thing. I can't sit there and ride that after they have taken a play.
That's a horrible analogy because we've always disagreed with Trump. So we gonna, of course we're gonna disagree with his supporters. You know what I'm saying? So it would be a mute exercise for us to even try to talk them into thinking different from what they did for 4 full years.
You're right. It might be. So in this situation, it's not mute for me. I'm listening. I'm seeing. When Andre made his comments, when J.J. Watt left, they traded the Hopkins, all because of this one particular guy. I can't ride with that. I can't support it. I can't buy tickets. I can't sit there and watch the games. I can't buy jerseys if they're going to continue making these type of moves. I can't support that.
Deron, do you want to chime in on this, man?
Yeah, let me say this. I understand your point, but I'm with Antoine, and I can't respect you going to another squad. I can respect you as a football fan. You getting up here, talking football. Hey, I like what I saw here, and be like how some basketball fans are. Hey, I like watching certain players. But as soon as I hear you say go Philly, go Dolph, I don't care who it is.
Denver.
I don't care who it is. I can't hear none of it. I don't want to hear none of it. Don't tell me about none of the stuff that you done did. And, don't tell me none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just say, just say, you know what I'm saying?
Respect
the game.
Y'all childish right now, bro.
What's wrong? Like, what's happening, dog? What's happening?
People who's watching us do not want to see that, man. Like y'all can wait to the end to do your braggadocio or whatever, man.
Can I finish? Can you
get your head out in front of the camera though?
Oh, I ain't seen my bad. I mean, I was getting into it, but like I was saying, I can't take you, picking up a squad, dog. Just say you're a Deshaun Watson fan, you rolling with him, and that's it. Don't come with me no craziness. Don't be like Antoine. The San Francisco Giants is my team. Win the World Series, and I'm just on that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all.
First of all, don't bring in me and my Giants. We ain't got nothing to do with this here. Okay? We ain't got nothing to do with this. I told y'all I've been a Giant fan since Barry Bonds. But go ahead, Trey.
It's like in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Me and Antoine Rockets fans. You are Mavericks fans. But when our team is eliminated, you was rooting for MJ and the Bulls to do what MJ was doing in those heydays. Or Kobe and the Lakers doing what Kobe do. You was rooting for some team in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when the Rockets get eliminated, I'm team LeBron. LeBron go get your title. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I root for the Lakers, but it's really LeBron. I want LeBron the same when he was in Miami, same when he was in Cleveland. Before then, I was doing the same thing with Michael Jordan. I did it with AI. I was a big AI fan. Rockets get eliminated, I want AI to go win the title. So now it's more of, hey, I'm just riding with Deshaun. So it's not go Eagles. It's really just, of course I got to root for the Eagles so Deshaun can get his Super Bowl. That's all.
Can't respect it, man.
I ain't no Eagles on my car, no Eagles around the house. I will buy a Deshaun Watson Eagles jersey.
You're in violation. You're in violation, man. You're too old. I don't care what the organization is doing, how you don't agree with it. Like when you are a fan, you are a fan for life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just jump up and join another team because you don't like the decisions that they making or the moves that they making or whatever. Players, first of all, and that's on top. Hold on. Players come and go anyway. Like no player is, the end all be all on the team. None of them stay from start. Well, I'm gonna say vast majority don't. The best players. And so when you are a fan of a team, you are a fan of that team for life. It's the team, it's the name on the front of the jersey, not on the back, that you support, that we supposed to be supporting. You know what I'm saying? Terrell Owens left, Jerry Rice left, Joe Montana left. Them was all based off decisions of my front office. I never was gonna abandon my team, bro. Like that's what being a fan is.
Kimbo, like I said, if it was a qualified individual making a bad decision, I can ride with that. But when you put someone from an ownership standpoint, you hire people to make decisions that is not qualified to even be in that position. I can't, that's stupidity. Like in any business, any 500 Fortune company, like if you see a CEO hiring the janitor, you know what I'm saying, to run the accountant or, being a CFO or COO, you're going to question that. So if I see them getting a chaplain or what the New England Patriots call them, character coach, a character coach, and the best franchise in NFL in this last 20 years say he's not a personnel player, not a personnel man, and the Texans hire him as a personnel man to make idiotic decisions, I can't rock that. It's not like they just made a bad decision on a GM and the GM made some bad decisions. The GM was qualified. He just sucked at his job or made some bad decisions. All right, that happens. But to put somebody in position to do that and that doesn't qualify, I can't do it. And then secondly, Antoine, the last 3 or 4 years, you didn't jump ship a couple times. You might only did it for a month or so. But you didn't, I ain't a 49er fan, and or when the Rockets getting ready to trade hard, I ain't a Rockets fan, and then a couple months later, you jump back on board secretly. You know what I'm saying? You ain't done it.
That's just being a fan, bro. I get emotional behind my teams. So yes, I done done some fanboy stuff and be like, I'm done. That's it. But all these 49er caps sitting off in my bed came. I ain't leaving, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a marriage, bro. You get mad at your old lady, and in your head, you're like, that's it. I'm done. And you go to sleep and you wake up the next day and she just set your clothes out. You like, man, I can't leave, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's baby. I can't leave.
Well, it happened to Trey Lance. Same storyline of Deshaun Watson. That happened to Trey Lance. You gonna be good?
It is what it is, man. Like I say, I done lost great players, Hall of Fame players. You know what I'm saying? Like Deshaun Watson ain't guaranteed to be no Hall of Famer. And you, as you just said, he ain't even the best player in your franchise's history. And you finna jump ship for somebody who been on your team for 4-5 years? Go ahead, Deron.
Well, I'll say this, that I do understand. This is not his team of his youth. You've been on this team for how long have they been alive? They've been what?
20 years.
You know what I'm saying? That's nothing.
Was in his early 20s. He was in his early 20s when he started being a fan of this team. And now in your early 40s, you finna jump ship? No. No.
Prime example. Deron knows this. The Oilers, they had some questionable situations from ownership to Jerry Glanville to Jack Pardee. They had coaches fighting and punching each other, you know what I'm saying, on the sideline in games. Like even ownership with them not when they moved to Tennessee, we had our ups and downs. We had bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? When they got rid of Warren Moon, that hurt, but like I said, it's the certain decisions you can rock with when you thinking, okay, it's a qualified individual just making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or we not behind closed doors really understanding all the ins and outs or what's really going on. If we was in their shoes, we might made the same mistake or same decision. But when you got someone they're making decisions that's never been made in sports, that doesn't make no logical sense as a grown man, that we looking at it in question, dog, I can't rock that. I can't rock with stupidity. when your owner does not know football at all and he's letting a chaplain run his organization?
I would take that, but I take it with a grain of salt because I firmly believe that if somehow they work out and Watson stays there, that you're gonna stay. So I think that's a side. That's part of the issue, but the combination of that and then the combination of Watson want to leave is making a lot of people that want to leave. But hey,
But
each
he
his
wants
own.
to leave off of something that can be resolved. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre Johnson said it, like you get rid of one person or really completely strip him of his power. Like to understand how the GM got here and all that, that is sick. You know what I'm saying? That a GM, an owner, will hire a hiring firm with some top-notch NFL executives and former NFL coaches, Jimmy Johnson being one of them, Tony Dungy, and they are already giving him a list of candidates. And he's finna hire one. He's finna go fly the dude down here from Houston, from Pittsburgh, negotiating contracts, and Easterby gets in the owner's ear and convince him otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Why you mad at Easterby instead of your owner?
Oh, I'm mad at both. I'm bad at both. But the owner definitely, because he's the one allowing it. That's the point. It's when it's
okay, but he's a new owner, bro. He young. He haven't been in that seat for that long. He went through the exact same thing with Jed York when he took over.
The 49ers, you're not hiring a chaplain to make those decisions.
I know. We hired a press conference farting defensive line coach. Never had no experience in being a head coach, not in being a coordinator. That's who we hired and fired Jim Harbaugh for him. A dude who had took us to 3 consecutive NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl.
He was at least a coach. You know what I'm saying? He was at least a coach. This dude, okay. I can understand a scout. That's like saying a scout is getting bumped up to GM. That's still a big jump. But at least, okay, he's in the same tree. You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna come to no resolution. Easterby ain't your GM. He hired a GM, a GM that you said was qualified, so he ain't making personnel decisions. But look, at the end of the day,
he's vice president. How you go from the chaplain on one team to vice president on another? Like everybody's saying that's insane.
Well, what makes I just say this, I'm done. What makes it that I do understand when you watching somebody go pick their friends and their family to come in there and they have no experience. It's a recipe for disaster. But like I said, I take that with a grain of salt because I do honestly believe if Watson stays, you stay, and you watch it under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's a What?
That man is not staying.
I'm just saying, if he did, though. If he did.
Like I said, where he goes, I go. If he stays, then I'm still Houston to Sean Watson.
Okay. Yeah, well, just understand that the first time you come hollering about some other team, we muting you. Like, we not listening to nothing you got to say. It means nothing. I'm sorry. You 2 saltine crackers away from being a senior citizen. We not hearing nothing about you changing team. All right, Deron, let's talk about. Well, hold on. So before we close this chapter, where do you see your team ending up this year? Are y'all gonna be competitive?
He said no.
I don't have a team.
Deshaun Watson is still on the Texans.
He ain't playing,
but he's still there.
Yeah, he that's not his squad, man.
You said where he go, you go. So if he's still on the Texans, that means you still a Texans fan.
Look, after the draft, I didn't pay attention to him no more. So based off the draft, I was even sick with the draft. You know what I'm saying? They did some decent picks, but for the most part, the Davis Mills at that point, I was done. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't paid much attention to the team. I honestly feel they're going to get the number 1 pick next year. They're going to suck. You know, I don't care what nobody talking about these preseason games and even what they did with the Cowboys. I hate it because I actually think Lovie Smith is a good defensive coordinator for this team,
I was
and
just
for
about to say it.
what he's doing with the defense, and I think he got those guys buying in. You know what I'm saying? If he had even more talent, it could be extremely dangerous. But with the type of team that they have and what they're trying to do and rebuild, Lovie Smith is going to do a good job. He's going to get more out of them than I think any other defensive coordinator with the lack of talent they have. You know what I'm saying? To make them look respectable defensively. I just don't think I think the offense is going to suck. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Yeah,
going to be competitive for like 3 quarters. Defense gets tired. They get blown out the window. They might win the first game because it's Jacksonville, and watching Jacksonville tonight, they got a question mark at quarterback. I don't know, it's going to take a minute with Trevor Lawrence to me. They might start off a Minshew.
All right, D. Your Cowboys and switch defensive coordinators again. But, y'all are, looked at as one of the teams that could probably make one of those final 3 seeds in the NFC, a wild card team. So give us your analysis.
Yeah, I think, the division is there to be had. We still got a long way to go. One thing I've seen about Dan Quinn was we tackle better. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen us tackle like that in a little while. You know what I'm saying? So I give him that. Just the same thing when I see about Lovey. I ain't seen him. I ain't seen the turnovers that Houston getting, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's all up on our defense because in the step of Prescott and our offensive line, man, we got a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? We do have the talent, but I think we still a year away to making some real noise. I think we're gonna make noise because we are gonna win the division. You know what I'm saying? We do have the talent in it to upset somebody in the wild card round before we get to that divisional week, so we can make some noise. I'm looking on Dak. Y'all know how I feel about Dak. I never thought he should be in the second highest paid player in the league. I think he's a good quarterback. Well, now he keep falling because people getting paid, but he's a good quarterback. But the one thing I've always admired about Dak Prescott is he's a great leader and he works to get better. I really want to see him get better. If he can get better and we stay a balanced attack with Z, then we'll be a problem and that will help the defense out. Because everybody talk about that, man. Dak was leading the league, MVP candidate. We were still 1-3 in those games. You know what I'm saying? And the only other game we won was a fluke game against Atlanta, on an onside kick that they couldn't get on. We would have been 0-4 with that throwing them, 1,000 yards in the first whatever games. It wasn't 1,000, but you know what I'm saying. But we got to help our defense out.
It was 1,000. Hey, the nigga was throwing for 450 a game.
Yeah, you're right. It was like 4. Then another one's like 4. He did like a 280, like a 3.
Yards by the time he got injured.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I ain't think about that. But it easy 0-4, easy. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I preach it every year. You got to feed the monster. There's one monster on that team on offense. Well, there's some on that offensive line, but there's one monster. You know what I'm saying? And that monster is number 21. You need to feed him. Feed that monster, and you'll be all right. Now, with Pollard there, we can switch it up. Just like I remember when we had that DeMarco Murray. No. I'm thinking somebody else. I'm thinking the Barbarian. And somebody else. Was it Mario and Barbarian? Yeah, it was. The 1-2 punch is kind of opposite now because the power is in the first back in Zeke, and you got your scat back in Pollard. Receiving core is nasty. Everybody's gonna get to see Jarwin break out like he was supposed to last year before he got hurt. I'm loving the rookie. You know what I'm saying? The rookie is doing his thing. And the pickup of Neil is balling. You know what I'm saying? He is going to be an impact player because he's just a veteran. He knows what to do. He gets his hand on the ball. He knows how to create turnovers. So he's surprising me. But my young secondary, my young corners, and my young safeties, they're gonna need a lot of help from that front, seven, to get pressure from Lawrence, from Gregory, from Micah, from Jalen running downhill because they got him more at that right outside linebacker, going downhill, not trying to cover nobody. So that's what's gonna have my secondary. But more than that is gonna be my offense, and it's gonna be my running back eating up time, and Dak converting on third downs and making big plays in there. My weakest part of my team, I still think, is the decision making of my coaches. And I don't understand what they're doing with Dak. I really don't. He's saying he's ready. I understand he's your $100 million man. You don't want to overextend him, but they got him tested. First, they said it was going to be a couple days. Dak told them it was going to be a couple days. They got him tested. They said they see a little strain. They said it's going to take a couple weeks. Dak's like, nah. Then they get him tested again and find out it ain't even nothing. All the everything comes back negative, and you still decide that, hey, we ain't gonna pull him out there none of the preseason. I think that's stupid. You know, of course his arm is gonna be sore. He ain't played in the year. It's part of football. He got to get that. I think they really giving up game one, and they just saying, you know what? I don't think we're gonna win, so we're gonna just that's gonna be our warm up game, and as we get better, because we got an easy schedule after that. But it's not the right mindset if you a team that's trying to win, and I don't like it at all. Um, I just when I look at Hard Knocks and I'm listening to McCarthy, he is him and the quarterbacks coach. I haven't seen nothing about the offensive coordinator, but him and the quarterback coach is baby and Dak every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Every step of the way. So that's a little frustrating to see. Them even. I was gonna say why we didn't see Zeke the last game. What are we holding him for? Why he not getting in there? And it's you can't play scared. I understand. Like if he get hurt, then look at you. But that's football. You know what I'm saying? That's football. You just got to deal with that. But these boys got to play. They got to get out there. They got to get them games under their feet and to get rolling. You know what I'm saying? Because even everybody in the league is not going to be rolling on week one. I understand that. But the more reps you get in, the more times you see it, you know what I'm saying, the better you get. I remember, I know this is just high school. When I first see rep, I was getting burnt left and right because it was just different. You don't see it. But the more reps you get, the better you see what's in front of you. You get an idea like, ooh, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't step this way. And my boys ain't getting that. So, breakout year, CeeDee Lamb. Because it just hurts me because we're gonna lose Gallup, and that's gonna hurt my feelings, man. That's really gonna hurt my feelings. I said it before. I said I wouldn't have paid Amari. We did at the time I said it. I didn't know we would end up with Gallup. End up with CD, but it just reinforced my statement at the time. I love Amari. Amari is one of the most talented guys on my team. I just don't think he loves football the way CD does, the way Gallup does. But talented player. Great route runner, great catcher. Everybody dragged on him last year, but he still was over 1,000 yards receiving. He's a beast. So, that's my, not surprised because everybody already talking about CD, but man, that boy looking good. He's looking real good.
Well, first of all, Puff the Marshmallow Man was considered a monster to a lot of people until they lit a fire on his ass, and then next thing you know, it's Rice Krispie treats all over New York City. So you sitting up talking about the monster, the monster. I don't think he's that much of a monster to,
Huh?
people who got real team. But and you talking about CD.
You gonna eat that. You gonna eat that. You
CD,
gonna eat that.
CD is not is being a beast and all that. Like against who? Like who is he beasting against? Your weak secondary? Like I'm not impressed. But where do you see y'all stacking up in the NFC?
It's around that, you know, 5, 4, 5. Record wise, we probably end up record wise better, but with the way we are gonna get better as the year goes along. We are gonna be a team that people are gonna be like, man, they should have a better record than what they have because they can put up big numbers, they can do this, they can do that. Yeah.
Wait. You just said after Tampa that your schedule is weak. So you
Right.
saying that y'all gonna be losing to a bunch of bad teams for them to think that y'all record should be better?
No, we're gonna win games that we shouldn't win. We're gonna lose some games that we shouldn't either. We just that type of team. If you're the team that don't have that makeup yet, you know what I'm saying? You do stuff. You show inconsistency. That's why I said my coaching worries me, because I think the inconsistency of allowing these boys to play, to let these boys go loose, to get desperate when they're supposed to run fourth down plays when you shouldn't. You know, they just do some real stuff that puts us in this bind. Like, you know, I can see us going for 2 when we should just kick the extra point. It just we do stuff like that. And until my team can outplay the coaching, then we'll be on the road. So yeah, we gonna some games gonna be like, how did they lose that game? Look at the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna
So
get on here and I'm like, that's crazy we lost that game.
so you don't consider y'all a Super Bowl contender this year?
Nah, we itch. Everybody gonna predict us for the Super Bowl after this year.
After this season?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
And we will get some consideration when we go on that little run. We play them sorry teams. It's gonna be full goal. People gonna start talking about us. Maybe the Cowboys, because you know they do that. The Cowboys, but we gonna be sitting here, and I'm gonna let y'all know, like, man, we ain't really beat nobody, and we barely beating these teams, even though we putting up 500 yards of offense, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So
that was your strategy to try and beat me to it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the same thing I told you. That y'all was gonna be overrated. Y'all beating up on them bad teams. You know, and a lot of people was gonna be jumping on y'all bandwagon. So you know, you kind of trying to beat me to it. You know, instead that y'all gonna be overrated. But I respect it. You know what I'm saying? For shooting out my talking points, I like that.
stop, man. Stop that, man. Stop
So
that. Stop that.
so I guess very quickly we can keep this one short and sweet.
Yeah.
Y'all got any?
I actually think I hate to say it, you know I do. I hate the Cowboys with passion, but because they're in a weak division, and I don't know what the Redskins are going to do with their quarterback situation, even though I love their defense. The Cowboys win by default because they're in this weak division. They make the playoffs, and I think they're a dangerous team. I don't think they're going to beat the Green Bay Packers or Tampa Bay or Seattle or whatever that comes out the West, but
Y'all ain't gotta say that.
they're gonna be
Y'all
a
ain't gotta
team
say that, man. I understand.
that the top tier teams in the NFC not gonna really want to face in the playoffs. You know, that's
I'm
my
not worried
take.
about y'all.
You know, I think the Cowboys will, cause some smoke in the playoffs. I don't think they'll be a Super Bowl contender, but if they lose in the playoffs, it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough out.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, early playoff teams. I don't know if y'all want to go through both conferences right now,
I was just looking. Well, I didn't get to listen to that. What's up with the 49ers, man? Are you Super Bowl? You Super Bowl bust?
Over that. He skipped over
Yeah,
that.
no question. It's Super Bowl of bust in the Bay, man. That's you know what I'm saying. That's just what it is. But for me, it comes down to the same thing that it was last year, same thing the year before. It's all about injuries and health. If my team is healthy, then we in the NFC Championship game fighting whoever to go back to the Super Bowl. If we experience injuries even close to what we did last year, then we're gonna be in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it boils down to. We got the best defense in the NFC. We got the most complete team in the NFC. I think Washington is a close second. As far as defense.
Then Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Coming back all 22.
Tampa Bay was a 9-7. Tampa Bay was a 9-7 team last year. They got hot at the right time. Yes, they went 9-7. Yes, they did.
I looked that up. I was about to say that to somebody else. No, they didn't.
What they went then? Since you looked it up,
I saw 11-5.
Because
I saw 11-5.
No, they didn't.
Because they started off 6-3 or 6-2, and then they lost. They went lost of back-to-back games.
Kinfolk, you tripping?
I can look it up. Maybe it was the year before, but the year before they had Winston.
Yeah, the year before.
They went 11-5.
I know.
In the regular season.
Yeah, 11-5. The Saints went 12-4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought the same thing. So they struggled last year and still came out 11-5.
Okay. But yeah, better than Tampa Bay. My defense is definitely better than Tampa Bay. Special team better than Tampa Bay. And I just me personally, if Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions in the third quarter against my team, you can count to Christmas. It's over with. It's over with.
Still can't score.
Thinking like
that's look.
That quarterback 300 yards.
Hey man. Hey.
Look, 300 yards.
Right. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say. Okay. So the last time my team was healthy, we had a top 5 offense, number 2 scoring offense. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say. If you feel like we can't score, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I off camera or on camera, I'm willing to bet either one of y'all, you know what I'm saying, that my offense gonna be top 10 and my defense gonna be top 5. And
I bet you won't go to Super Bowl. You said Super Bowl or bust. I put the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, again, that's, as I said, that's born health. So my team got to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna just jump out there and make a bet like that. You know what I'm saying? Where injuries can happen in any game. To my main player.
You just doing based off of points, or you doing yards?
What you mean?
Okay, we can do that on the side, y'all. We don't want to board on with that.
You got top 5 offense because of yards per game. You got top 5 offense because of
we're
points.
Gonna have a top 10 offense, a top 5 defense.
Yards or points? Because if we doing yards, I'll take that bet.
He said both. Take both of them. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
So Jimmy G is passing quarterback. I want to see that.
He might not make it. Jimmy G might not make it.
Might be.
That's the thing.
I think the mistake they made is in Chicago.
I have a complete offense where we can run the ball, we can throw the ball, we can play time consuming drives, that type of things. That's why I say we the most complete
you're not
team.
Big plays. No, you're not big plays. Y'all don't have receivers. You're not big plays.
Okay. I mean, hey, like I say, off camera, we can settle this. We can settle this. You know what I'm saying? Off camera. Yeah. But so division. Division.
All right. Let's start AFC East. Buffalo, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Behind them competing Miami. Now the surprise one is gonna be New England, where they fit. And the Jets hold up the back. Does anybody go different than that? Buffalo,
No,
Miami, New England.
I got that's
New England can scare somebody, man.
I'm putting
can
New
They
England.
they got their
I'm putting New
defenses
England.
back.
I'm putting New England ahead of Miami.
Ooh, I don't know, man. Miami got some talent.
I'm
Yeah, their
putting New
defense
England
is
ahead of Miami.
nasty. I
Yeah,
feel
they
you. I
defense
feel you.
and offense.
And two is gonna be better.
Huh?
Two is gonna be better. I think two is gonna be a lot better.
I believe it when I see it.
Okay. Okay. Let's respect that. Next we go to AFC North. Baltimore.
That's a good one.
Ooh, yeah, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Cincinnati
Cincinnati.
gonna hold it back. Cleveland might try to take it this year, y'all.
I know.
I'm gonna take Cleveland.
I'm gonna take Cleveland too. I'm
Yeah.
going Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, then Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh is gonna still compete with Baltimore tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in second place.
Yeah.
All right. AFC South, which is one. It's pretty weak, but Tennessee.
I like
Tennessee head and shoulders, man.
the coach, man. The coach actually do got the best defense in football. They did it last year. And they got probably the best offensive line in football. So
maybe
They
I think
don't
it's
got a quarterback.
Tennessee, but it's not as what you think it is.
It's head and shoulders. Quarterback gonna make a big difference for them.
I don't
Them
think
not having a quarterback gonna be a big difference.
Better than I like Tannehill.
Who?
I like Carson Wentz better than I like Tannehill.
Carson Wentz hurt. He out indefinitely.
But he might be back. No, he might be back like week 3, week 4.
Okay.
So I guess we just gonna go Tennessee Colts, and then the bottom dwellers, Texas and Jacksonville.
Texas gonna be better than Jacksonville.
AFC South. AFC South. You know who number one without a doubt? Kansas City. You know what I'm saying?
AFC West.
Oh, that's what I say. I mean AFC West. Yeah, I'm sorry. AFC West. Kansas City, without a doubt.
San Diego. Kansas City.
Surprise everybody.
I got Kansas City, San Diego.
I think Oakland, then San Diego, then Denver.
Herbert? You see what they did to us in the season last year?
I think Oakland, man. Oakland been improving every year. Every year they get a little bit better. This the year I think that they're gonna go on and punch through. They're gonna be second place fighting for a wild card spot.
Nah. That quarterback in San Diego nasty.
I know this. We're gonna talk about it later. I know y'all gonna ridicule me about this, but y'all gonna see. I think the Broncos gonna be a lot better this year. I do, man. I'm telling you.
You told us all last year. Then you start picking against
Broncos. I didn't say Broncos. Who did I say last year? Who was my sleeper last year? Dang, I can't remember that. They was my
Atlanta.
No, it wasn't
Atlanta.
We counted Atlanta last year.
Yeah, we counted.
The Carolina.
Huh?
God dang it.
The Carolina Panthers.
I can't remember. But,
man, it was Denver, man. It was Denver. He was picking Denver for his homeboy.
I think the Chargers. Herbert goes the sophomore slump, and I think the Chargers are gonna be the bottom dwellers. Denver and the Raiders fight for that number 2. Even though I will say this, I do trust in Gruden. Gruden has come over there and has done a better job than people give him.
Chargers ain't gonna end up in last place. Remember they getting dirt when James back this year. Joey Bosa come back healthy this year. That defense good, man. That defense gonna be good.
That's why I got to say.
Let's go to the NFC.
NFC East.
I'm
Cowboys, Washington.
I'm going Washington football team, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles.
I'll take some on that on the side later. We will talk about that later.
I got Cowboys, Redskins, Giants, and Eagles because they're going to tank on purpose to get the draft capital to trade for Deshaun next year.
I say the same thing. I say the same order right there. Man, we need to be writing these down. NFC North.
It's recorded.
Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay.
Chicago.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Jefferson's gonna have another great year.
Yeah.
Chicago gonna get Chicago by the end of the year. Chicago's gonna start to show something, but it ain't gonna be enough.
Minnesota, it's just that boy.
You breaking up, bro? I couldn't hear nothing you just said.
He gonna make.
You broke a bag.
I said week 3. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said week 3. You know that boy gonna get that ball, and he gonna make Chicago a little dangerous. Just improvising. So I got Chicago. I got them 3rd. I forgot because Davin, Cook, and Jefferson. So yeah, Minnesota definitely 2, but I got Chicago 3. But they gonna make some noise. Then they gonna be a tough out.
All right.
I saw this about Fields. Let me just say about the Fields. When I did look at him, I did see a faster Dak because he was willing to check down a lot. And y'all know I think, you know what I'm saying, he checks down. So I give him that. NFC South.
I see it destroyed.
Tampa.
They work out together.
Tampa, Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta.
Tampa, New Orleans.
Tampa, Carolina, Atlanta, New Orleans.
Nah. Tampa, New Orleans, Carolina, Atlanta. Winston's gonna surprise all y'all boys.
Yeah, I know. He looked good tonight. Real good night tonight.
Oh, he did? He had a good night tonight?
Oh, yeah, he had a real good night tonight. First 2 drives, 2 touchdowns on ropes. Some nice balls.
Against Jacksonville. It shouldn't be that different.
Okay. Duly noted. You're right. But still, he looked good.
Amazing against Jacksonville. Okay. I got you.
He looked like he's going to win the quarterback. I'll say that.
All right.
NFC West.
West side is the best side.
The Rams, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Cardinals.
What?
What do you think about it? You trying to talk about Seattle?
No, Arizona.
Arizona?
Remember he was on Arizona last year.
Signings this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
Go see the signings this offseason. But I like the Rams. I forgot they got Matthew Stafford. So I do like the Rams with Matthew Stafford at quarterback. That coach with Matthew Stafford, that's going to be dangerous. So I might actually agree with you. Rams,
the Cardinals. The Cardinals' key addition is Colt McCoy, James Conner, AJ Green, Daniels, Kevin, I don't even know who that is, Brian Winters. I know he was offensive line, Max Garcia. Man, they had a draft, first-round picks.
You forgetting somebody big on that D-line.
Oh, you talking about JJ? Come on, man. That's old. Come on, man.
Campo, you sleeping because he's going to be single-handed. The last couple years, he was double-teamed with nobody else on that Texas front line and still couldn't quarterback pressures. He can't be double-teamed with Chandler Jones on that D-line. He can't be double-teamed. So if you single block J.J. Watt at this age, I guarantee you he's going to beat him. That's the reason why they went after that man. I promise you, I watched that man every play get double-teamed and still get back there and cause havoc. So if you turn around and single block him with just a tight end or a tackle, one-on-one, he going to kill him. I promise you. And he's on a
Okay,
new.
so you got the Rams. You got the
I got
Rams and Arizona.
Seahawks, 49ers. And the 49ers last because I don't trust their quarterback. They got the worst quarterback in the division.
They do that. Yeah.
They got the worst quarterback in the division, and therefore they're not going to be able to keep up offense to offense with them teams. Yes, they defense is stout, but them other defenses in that division is good too. There ain't a weak defense in that division.
Yes, it is.
Okay. We'll
okay,
see.
so this is how I see it panning out.
Bubba Baker, come on, man. Keep
it's Buddha Baker.
Buddha Baker, excuse me, but still, come on.
Okay,
that linebacker play over there.
So I got.
I'm waiting to see y'all guard their wide receivers with your corners because your secondary was suspect last year.
Yeah, I still ended up with a top 5 defense, and that was with all the injuries. But okay, so
I got to go research that.
Bringing up the rear. I have the Rams. In third place, I got Arizona. In second place, I got Seattle. Niner Gangs in first place. Yeah, everybody jumping on the Rams, but people don't understand that they running back Cam Akers is out for the season. They lost about 3 pieces on defense along with their defensive coordinator. So they learned in a whole new defense. Seattle's defense ain't been good since I don't know when. And they haven't done nothing to address it. The offensive line is still bad. They did nothing to address it. So they have, a bunch of, they got a bunch of receivers that they're going to try to run out there, but Russell Wilson going to be running for his life again. And they defense ain't going to be able to stop a nosebleed again. Arizona got names, but their defense wasn't great last year. Adding a 72-year-old J.J. Watt is not going to all of a sudden make their defense great. And we are one of the teams that will be able to double J.J. Watt if he gets in the interior because my left tackle's name is Trent Williams. And so I think that he can handle Chandler Jones one-on-one. That's my left tackle. I think he can handle Chandler Jones one-on-one.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
And so we play them week 5.
Yeah, we
played them week 5.
Who y'all play week 4?
Detroit. Okay.
They play Arizona week 5 and week 9. Detroit, Eagles, Packers, Seahawks.
5, they're gonna have a new quarterback.
But they bye week is week 6.
So by week 5, we're gonna be 3-1 or 4-0. Because we win in our first 3 games. Seattle's gonna be our first test. They always play us tough, division rival, that type of thing.
So y'all just gonna run through Green Bay.
We own Green Bay. They should change the name to the Green Bay 49ers. You know what I'm saying? We start
I understand y'all have beaten them.
They're going to have to come out to the Bay Area. My defense is still phenomenal. My run game is still phenomenal. Green Bay still can't stop the run. They still ain't going to be able to protect Aaron Rodgers. We own Green Bay. We beating Green Bay. And I'll tell either one of y'all right now, I bet y'all whatever, that we beat Green Bay at home. And it's going to be our home opener for the season. We're going to stump a mud hole in Green Bay. That's my word. Our first tough game is going to be against Seattle. It's going to be at home. I think that's a game we pull out. And then we go, do we go to Arizona? I think we go to Arizona. Arizona's another team that plays us tough in our division, but they just not ready yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah, we head to Arizona. They not ready. So that's it's kind of a toss-up game, even though we the better team, they play us tough. So we'll see how it pans out. But again, most complete team in my division. Offense, defense, special teams, we coaching staff.
We heard you say it. We heard you say it, man. We heard you say it. We got it.
That's why I'm picking us and logical thinking people who's not, Niners haters, would see what we have and say, yo, that's the team right there. That's the team to beat. We the team to beat. So I got us winning the division, but I got us ending with a 13-4 or 14-3. Healthy. My team can stay mostly healthy. I know we ain't gonna be completely healthy throughout the whole season, but we can stay mostly healthy, and I can keep Jimmy G upright. 13-4 or 14-3, we competing for the number 1 seed in the NFC.
It's good to dream, man. I love your confidence, man. I really do.
Appreciate it. Got reason to be.
Before we get out of here, because it's getting late.
Yeah.
I do want to say I like Mac Jones, man. I like what I see. You know what I'm saying? And I know we dogged him. And he, like we did say,
we ain't dog him. We said he wasn't worthy.
We kind of did.
He was not worthy of a number 3 pick, but nobody dogged him. We all said that we thought that he was going to be, a decent quarterback, a good quarterback. He was not worth the number 3 pick.
Yeah, he had the highest floor. We did say the highest floor, which he is lowest showing, but the lowest ceiling. You know what I'm saying? But the boy is, I got to give it to him. He looks good. He looks good in the pocket. He looked good stepping up too. So, I want to give, some respect because I ain't say we dogged him out, but we laughed at him. You know what I'm saying? We was laughing at the 49ers even considered picking that boy up. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's not a number 3 pick. Like, I don't care how good he looked at number 12 or 13, 15, wherever. I think they picked him 15 or 16. Okay, that is a great spot 15, for him to go.
15.
Yeah, and we had the 15 pick and took him, I would be ecstatic. Right?
Well,
I'd be.
He looked better than Trey Lance right now.
Trey Lance is raw. Everybody knew that. He wasn't ready. He's not ready to start.
So he was worthy of that high pick then? Yes, if he ain't ready?
Because of his skill set and his ceiling. His skill set and his ceiling. He has a strong arm. He can move. You know what I'm saying? And people think that he possibly has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this draft.
That's Trevor Lawrence.
He has to tighten up. He has to tighten up.
Trevor Lawrence.
He has to tighten up. I'm not gonna argue with y'all about that, man. He has to tighten up his fundamentals as far as footwork and throwing mechanics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, he's more worthy of a number 3 pick than Mac Jones. McCorkle Jones was.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Matt Jones was proven he played in big games, got, coached up by, former NFL coaches.
Yeah, and he had a gang load of first round pick wide receivers and running backs and tight ends and offensive linemen over there too.
And that's what he gonna have in the NFL.
Nah, he ain't got that in New England. He ain't got now. He ain't got now first round pick wide receiver.
What's the name gone?
Yeah, he is. No, he got one.
No, he hurt. He hurt. You talking about that boy from he went to the same school as Brandon Ayuk.
McNeil? I'm thinking McNeil.
Yeah. Keanu Neal. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
He hurt.
I just saw him catch a ball. Did he just get hurt?
He got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. Oh. He got hurt in their last game.
Oh, okay.
Out for the season or just?
I don't know how long he's gonna be there, but right now, a lot of people that I've been reading over in New England has called him a bust.
Yeah, he's kind of a bust. He is. He's not a first round pick receiver.
Mm-hmm. When was he drafted? In the second round?
No, I think it was the last pick in the first round.
Yeah.
So You know, we're gonna see, and then right now is, you know, I'm not gonna even go there. I'm
Yeah,
happy for McCorkle, man. I'm happy for McCorkle. I really am. I think he landed on his feet.
You
You
did.
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
better than Jimmy G.
Well, we can do this later. We can do this later.
Yeah, he wants to get into an argument, man. I'm not
We
finna
can do this
entertain
later.
that thing. Not finna entertain that. Yeah, all right, we're gonna go on and end it, man. Next time we'll probably touch on some basketball or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like right before the season. Go and get it kicked off.
I know free agent talk.
For what? What
I
sport?
mean, not this week, next show or something. No, talking about basketball. You know.
Yeah, we'll wait till it start. Y'all got draft picks. Y'all can talk about, key additions, free agency. It's football season. It's football time right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
We'll
man,
get it in.
why you acting like that? Because the Mavs ain't getting nobody. You ain't gotta be acting like that, man. You ain't gotta act
Y'all
like that.
ain't get nobody special either, man. Y'all got Jalen Green. That
You
ain't
ain't gotta
special.
act like that. You ain't gotta act like that, man. You ain't gotta be acting like that.
That's special. And my white boy, the European white boy too. He nice too. That's special.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
man.
The
It's
white
good
boy.
seeing y'all again, man. It's good seeing y'all boys again, dog. You know what I'm
Right
saying?
All right, man. Yeah, we gonna check back in about a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Tell your friends about me.
Oh. I can't say peace. Hold on. Put it up here.